Servers of Reddit, what's the worst you've seen a date go? Had a married couple who I knew come in, and when I went to serve them I said it was very romantic that they came in every week for a date. They said they were getting a divorce and figuring out the specifics over a meal. Fortunately, they both seemed pretty mature at handling that situation, but I felt very awkward after my comment. Couple who both had crippling social anxiety or something. They never said more than a few words to each other, while looking incredibly awkward and uncomfortable and trying to avoid making eye contact the entire time. It was clearly not going well, but I guess their anxiety also stopped one of them from getting up and leaving. This was pre-smartphone era, so they just sort of sat there for like 2 hours. This man and woman were having a seemingly normal meal. After dessert he stands up, gets down on one knee, and pulls out a ring to propose. Everyone in the restaurant notices and gets quiet. She goes white as a ghost, starts crying, then walks out of the restaurant while shaking her head. Didn't say a word. Was serving the couple as they were breaking up, or more accurately she was dumping him. Went to check back on them after dropping off the food and asked if everything was alright, and he just stared at me and said no. Everything is not alright, she's breaking up with me, and just stared at me waiting on a response while she looked mortified. I told him I meant the food, not his personal life, and slowly backed away. Awkward. My GF used to be a waitress at a really dodgy restaurant bar thing and once served a guy that was so drunk he started asking her who she thought was hotter out of Margot Robbie and his girlfriend and was genuinely conflicted himself. Why do men exist? Why decay was most disappointing. 1971-1000. Serve her. I barely knew her. Old Ubuntu 16.0 for server here. I once saw this guy on Reddit chatting with this sexy new Debian 9 server running GPT-2. I think this was over at RR4R. You know, typical subreddit full of incels wanting to meet girls or something. Anyway, this Debian server passes Turing test with flying colors. I shit you not, that guy was prepared to buy plane tickets to Slovakia to visit her. Imagine going on Reddit and thinking you're talking with real people. Personality, I just think it's silly when people don't store dates as UTC, but I think we are last that as a society. Not a date, but one time a family came in, maybe like 15 of them, and they started arguing and almost fist fought with each other if they weren't holding each other back. We had to kick them out. Also a couple almost dates where the person was sitting there for a good 45 minutes to an hour and the other person never showed up. Don't mind me, I'm just getting comfortable to enjoy this. Dude went to the bathroom and his girlfriend checked his phone. Apparently he was talking to about 5 other girls, and when he got back she was screaming bloody murder at him. Threw her drink over him and spent the next 20 minutes screeching out in the parking lot. I will never forget the look of pure defeat on the guy's face as he did the walk of shame, dripping wet, out of the restaurant.